Hi guys, and Happy New Year. I know I've said it for two videos before this, but who knows which one you'll watch first. But yes, welcome to 2021. I hope you are doing well. This is Lachette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I'm back with yet another bookish video, wrapping up 2020. Now on to the positives. We've already done my most disappointing books of 2020, my least favorite books of 2020, and now we're on video 3, which is the most surprising books of 2020. So let's jump right in. So the first book I want to talk about is The Black Tides of Heaven. This is by Ji Yang, the first book in the Tencent series. This is different. These are short stories, novellas, not sure what to exactly call them, but I need to read the next books because I can't believe I haven't. I can because I had plans for certain things to read this year, and uh, I just didn't have time to fit these in. But I should have made time because wow. It could be that because this is written by an Asian author, um, and not one from the major East Asian countries, China, Japan, Korea. I quite enjoyed this. This is a fantasy series with LGBT plus rep in it, and I liked it. They got a short, they got a lot in a short amount of time. I know some people weren't happy with like the insta love, but it didn't feel like insta love for me. I mean, it happens in a short amount of pages, but there are time jumps. So it's not like in time the love happens like that. It was just quick reading wise. Uh, I do like the world that was created. Um, I like the siblings. Um, I guess it just, I've never read anything like this before. Um, there are some familiar aspects, like it's a fantasy world. There are people with abilities. Um, there's a coup of sorts. Um, there's power struggle. There's found family, but it's all in a way that I was not expecting, and I also was not. It's just somehow written in a way that I'm not used to, where I was happy with that. Like there was no struggle. Obviously, this is in English as well, but I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of babbling now, but I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this, um, especially for it being such a short story. So check out the Tencent series, The Black Tides of Heaven by Shi Yang or JY Yang. On their website, it's just JY, but on Goodreads and Amazon is J.Y. So I'm not sure. There's also on Amazon Neon Yang, like Neon. So just check it out. Next, I have to say, Illuminate. Book 1 in the Illuminate files. Another series I really desperately want to finish. This is a whole lot chunkier. This is a sci-fi series co-authored by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, a young adult sci-fi series. So I don't really read very much sci-fi, but I've been wanting to get more into it. And Jay Kristoff is a popular author. And this series, this trilogy is a popular trilogy. So I was like, let me try the first book and see. And I am pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed this, to the point where I wanted to drop every other reading plan and read the next two books, Obsidio and Gemini, and I will. It's mixed media format, which I knew wouldn't bother me. I know some people do not like that, but it didn't bother me. I'm okay with that. So it's kind of feels like a mix between a regular novel and a graphic novel. The people are not drawn, but you get schematics, radio transmissions, things like that. So I there was a twist ending, and there were two twists. One at the very very end, and then one kind of the big in the midst of the big battle, or just before the big battle. And the one just before the big battle where you find out who, or you find out that somebody is not who you think they are. I kind of guessed it just before it happened, but so I don't really count that as getting it. And then the end, I was still confused, and then I was like, oh, oh, oh. Because it's like, how is this a trilogy? And then, oh. But yeah, so I'll probably edit this out so I'm not spoiling anyone. But yeah, even before that, I wasn't sure in the beginning, like, do I like these people? Do I not like these people? The characters, the main characters. But I did. They have like this love story thing going on in the middle of space, and kind of their hometown being destroyed and all of that. And I wasn't sure about the whole space battle thing reading it, because I do like space operas, watching them. So this is another reason why I wanted to try sci-fi, because I do like watching sci-fi television. So, and movies. So yeah. But this was a great first impression, and I desperately want to read the rest of it. So again, surprised by how much I like this. I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I didn't know if I was going to like it at all. But I wanted to try it, and I'm so super happy that I did. Next, we have Mistborn Secret History. So this is a short story within the Mistborn universe. I read it out of Arcanum Unbounded, the bind up that Brandon Sanderson has for short stories taking place in between the Cosmere books. So these are all part of the Cosmere universe and actually give more details. And boy, I wasn't expecting anything that Mistborn Secret History was secret history. Nothing. And wow. Like, this one is literally like surprises in the story. Not surprised by how much I enjoyed it. This is like, oh. So, yeah, I quite enjoyed it. And obviously love the Cosmere, so want to continue on with it. Alright, so this last book wasn't on my original, excuse me, I'm tearing up because it's issues. But this book was not on my original list. I only had those 3 books, but I thought of it while talking about the Black Tides of Heaven, and that is Monstrous Volume 1. This is by Marjorie M. Lee. So I have wanted to try this series because it's another booktube darling for those who read graphic novels. And I've read Marjorie M. Lee's books before. She has an urban fantasy series that I really enjoy. The tone of it, the focus of it is not typical urban fantasy, so it's refreshing even though it's dark. I mean, a lot of urban fantasy is dark, but this is dark in its own very adult, practical way. I don't know how else to put it, but anyway. So I've been seeing people talk about Monstrous, and I'm like, is that the same author? Because the books, she just goes by Marjorie Lee, And I didn't want to assume. And for a while, I was like, no, it's not. But first of all, the artwork, that that's what pulled me in from the beginning with people mentioning it. Uh, it's like this kind of Art Deco style, but very I don't know what it's called, but there's a Chinese painting style that they do with like landscapes, and it's very flowing, and it's like line art, but also with color as well. So I don't recall what that style is called, and it's an ancient style. It's been around for a while, um, but there's that mixed with like Art Deco, and I love it. I love it. So yeah, um, Art Deco is more geometric and straight lines, while that other painting style is very flowy and a little bit whimsical. Uh, and together, that's what it looks like to me. Together, the art is gorgeous. But anyway, I wasn't surprised by that because everybody shows the cover of the first volume, and I was not disappointed by the artwork at all. But the story, I wasn't expecting that at all. And I only read volume one of a graphic novel series, so I was just like, oh, this is not all, like, even starting it in the beginning, I was like, okay, she's a slave, and then action starts happening a couple of pages later. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we go on a little trip, and then things start to be revealed, and I'm like, okay. And then other stuff, and wow, the world is huge and detailed and gorgeous, and wow, I was surprised. um and pleasantly so, very happily so. So I'm throwing that in there. Monstrous Volume 1, another series I want to complete. Surprised the hell out of me with the content of the story. So those are my most surprising books of 2020. Surprising reads. Graphic novel, novella, I think, uh, sci-fi, and let me remind myself, uh, another novella. I don't know if Mistborn Secret History counts as a novella. It's kind of long. Not 300 pages, but maybe 200. So, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you've read any of these books. With the exception of Mistborn Secret History, these are all book one in a series, so hype me up for the rest of it. Let me know if you've read them. What do you think of the rest of them down in the comments below? If you've reached this far in the video, give me a surprise, shocked emoji in the comments. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this is book 3 in a series wrapping up my 2020 reads. Check out the first 2 videos. So hit that notification bell so you know when my most favorite books of 2020 video comes out, and my 2020 reading stats video. So you're prepared, you know when they drop, and you can watch them as soon as they come out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.